Here we go on Facebook Live with Denise Liggett from the Indiana County Tourist Bureau, who is adjusting her microphone and actually facing the camera this morning. How about that? And now she's going to look away. Dear, you do have to speak into the microphone. Just spin it. There you go.
I shall.
There you go. Good morning. Don't be intimidated by the camera in your face. Okay?
Oh, no. What camera?
All right, so you can watch Denise here on Facebook Live. We have lots to talk about. June was such a busy, busy month from a tourism standpoint, wasn't it?
It was wonderful. Yes. One Saturday, I went from Smithsburg for their Strawberry Festival. Then I went to Dilltown to the Dillweed B&B. Then went down to the baseball fields for the girls for fast pitch. And, that was one day. Then on Sunday, we also had, which a lot of people wouldn't know or realize, that not only do we had the air show going on that weekend, so I was at the air show as well. We had orientation at IUP. Mm-hmm. So we had visitors here, and we are still doing the welcome mat at IUP. Yeah. We hold it on campus, and the community, a lot of the different community organizations, leaders will go up, and we have a small time where we can welcome them and thank them for selecting IUP. And so there was that, and then continuing games. But unfortunately, for the showcase, they did not get to finish those games.
Too much rain.
The past one that just happened this weekend, the Blue State, they did. They got to get all their games in. They had a little bit of challenges with the fields, but, thank you to all who work on those fields, the different communities. These are volunteers. This isn't a crew that gets paid to get out and take care of those fields. It's all the volunteers and the boosters, and thank you, because again, like I said, even with all the damage really that was done to the fields because of the heavy rains Saturday and Saturday night, they were able to complete again. So it's all good.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
Sure it is. Hey, Denise, we had Tim Harley in here the other day along with Carson Green, and they were talking about the viability, the survivability of places such as theirs, and about how, for instance, the John Wayne Museum had to close. The great American stars that you would think everybody would want to know about and go see, they're not able to remain open because the money just isn't there. A lot of that has to do with groups being booked in to come visit, and I know that's what you specialize in. It's getting tougher and tougher to get bus groups to come in. Maybe, I know that this is what I want you to address. You have gone to sort of a regional approach working with other tourist bureaus so that, a trip might include Indiana County and some of the attractions here, including Jimmy Stewart, and Westmoreland County and what's going on there, and some other county, and you make it all into one big regional group so that a tour bus group might consider, well, okay, it's not just one place for a couple of days, it's all around. Right.
And we do a lot of that, even we'll piggyback with groups going to Pittsburgh and even Johnstown. Especially if they're going to Pittsburgh, they stay with us because
you're central.
Yes, and they can have the high quality of a Pittsburgh hotel without the Pittsburgh rates, so they can save there. It is a big challenge, yet I still say, or we know that the largest grouping, that the attraction that brings in groups is the Jimmy Stewart Museum. That's where they start. And though they may be smaller groups now, and we still have the Red Hat ladies and different school organizations, church organizations. They still have groups that I'm sure you see them pulling up here. We have a group already booked for September. They're coming in, and they're going to do the county, the Smithsburg, and the Jimmy Stewart and everything. The other anchor that we have that we're very fortunate, though it's not throughout the entire year, it only happens around the holiday, is with being the Christmas tree capital of the world, and because it's a wonderful life. We have that anchor. We have that hook. We have 3 groups already booked for the parade to come in.
That's terrific.
Yeah, and they've been booked. But yes, it's something that all the areas are struggling with. At Lucille Ball, her museum. I mean, and it's the generation who aren't seeing these folks anymore. But because of Jimmy and It's a Wonderful Life with Mr. Stewart being in it, we have a little bit of a better buy on that, but it is hard.
It's bundling. It's the concept
Yes, it
of
is.
bundling, isn't it?
It is.
All right. So let's get to what you have on your agenda coming up for the month of July and beyond.
Well, first, I also want to remind everyone that we, at the office and through the different locations of the county, we have the discount Idlewild tickets. They're $24 each. They are also being sold at Indiana First Bank in Blairsville, the Ideal Market in Homer City, Valesky's 4th Street Bilo in Indiana, Tate's Supermarket in Clymer, and the All-American Barber Shop in Salzburg. They're $24 each. Our tickets are the best buy if you're going Monday through Friday. It's an $18.99 savings. And, of course, once again, this year we have the Indiana County Day Christmas in July celebration that's going on down there Friday, July 20th. Brenda will be there with us. I believe Cat Country is going to come down. And it's just a fun day. I believe also we have a large group, church group that's going to go down and help celebrate there you go, Christmas in July celebration with us. So please also know that our tickets are good all season. They are not good. They are not just restricted to the day of July 20th.
Okay.
So what's going on? Nothing.
That's not true.
It's not true. Actually, on the 29th, chocolate and wine pairing, the Dan Smith Candy and Gifts here in downtown. They're doing an event with the Woody Lodge Winery here. So that's going to be fun. That's running from 5 to 7. Of course, the Indiana Players, they always have their events going on. Again, let me remind you, you can always check out, I heard Karen talking about the bands in the park, Memorial Park. You can also check out our website. We always have a full listing of everything at visitindianacountypa.org. That's visitindianacountypa.org. Or if you want to just give us a call, 724-463-7505. We'll tell you what's happening around town. We have with this being the big 4th of July coming up, the Independence Eve Outdoor Concert at Levity Brewery. That's July 3rd. Of course, the Independence Day Star Spangled Celebration. That's July 4th at Mack Park. That's going on from 2 to 10. And fireworks are going on there. Plus, there's a wine walk, $15. That's happening during that day. The Happy 4th hike on Damset Trail. That's from 9 a.m. to 11:30. That's on the 4th of July. That's at Yellow Creek State Park. Go to the Environmental Learning Center. Open mic, July 6th. The Artist's Hand. There's just a lot of music and fun and everybody getting out and having a good time.
Do you go to open mic?
That's what it's about.
The best of Denise Liggett?
I listen. July 6th.
What's your go-to song?
What's my go-to song? I don't have one.
No?
There was something going through I don't know. What was the one song you mentioned this
morning? I bet
morning?
you it's Rollin' on the River. I bet you do a kickin' version of Rollin' on the River.
Okay, July 6th.
Our Facebook friends loved it when
they
you just did the dance there.
Sparks of Curiosity, the Lightning Bugs. This is again at Yellow Creek from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's on July 6th. There's a car cruise going on downtown. Did you know that? On July 8th?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Veterans.
Sponsored by the CNB Bank and for the veterans. July 10th. This is new. Puppy Obedience Class and Canine Adult Manners Class. Now, this is something new that's going to be taking place out at the Indiana Mall.
Okay.
And it is by the Bailey's Pet Well-Being. And again, just a reminder with the 4th of July coming up and pet owners, you see everybody who wants to take their dogs with them to the fireworks. And it hurts their ears. It scares them.
And they run off.
And they run away.
Mm-hmm.
More pets are lost over the 4th of July. I read that than any other period of time because they do get scared. They break their leashes and it's not fun for the dogs. So please be considerate of that and don't take your dogs. on July 10th, the families affected by mental illness support group. That's happening at the IRMC, Dining Room 1, and that's on the 10th. And on the 12th, Yuppie Hour at Benjamin's. That's always a fun place, the furry door greeters. And that will help the Indiana County Humane Society. Lovin' Downtown's coming back with their every second downtown every second. And that means on July 13th, it is a scavenger hunt. And that's from 5 to 7.
Mm-hmm. Hey, 1 minute left, Denise.
All right.
The big finish from Denise Liggett.
The big finish is just an 80s, 90s party at Disobedient Spirits on July 14th from 7 to 10 p.m. See, 80s to 90s. Now, I'm a disco. And I know you love disco, don't
That's
you?
me. That's me.
Let's see you in your white suit, Todd.
Give me the disco stuff.
Okay. Taste and Tour, July 19th. First Commonwealth Bank, Taste and Tour downtown, starting at 5:30. That's always a lot of fun. Everybody loves to do that. Hey, the dinners are happening again at the Christ Our Savior roast pork and haluki dinner on July 15th. That's something good. And one other thing, the Conemaugh Valley Conservancy, there's a July 14th, the trail, it's on the West Penn Trail. They're going to be doing a, Jack McGuire will lead a ride from Salzburg Playground at the corner of the high school and Salt Street. And they're going to do of canal ruins, and he's going to give a talk, bring a folding chair, there's snacks, there's refreshments. It's all happening on July 14th from 9 to 11.
I think that Denise knows that I'm lying when I tell her she only has a minute, because then she takes a minute and a half. Thank you, Denise.
Yeah, my pleasure. Have a great day, everyone.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, FM 101.1, and we're just a minute and a half now away from the top of the hour.